Yeah, we're back online, ladies and gentlemen. It is Dyke Van Dyke here on our favorite podcast. It's called Rubbing the Rhubarb. And we've got the Juice.
Howdy.
And Big T.
What's up?
There he is. Look how gorgeous that motherfucker is. I mean, really, look at this guy. If Playgirl doesn't come zooming into your house tonight and give you a 5-year contract on,
Not if they want
on showing the Schlonginator. Look at that against the red cabinets there. He looks like a fucking $1 million.
We can just keep the camera out the whole time on
Should
him.
we keep the camera just on him?
We could if we want.
Dude, you know what? I look like $1 million too, except I'm all green and
You
wrinkled.
said you wanted viewers, right?
No, we want viewers. We want
Don't keep
all
it on
the
them.
young ladies. You know, the Juice over here, he signs on and signs off on his private podcast, calling everybody sexy bitches. I don't even know what that means, but whatever. Hey, listen.
Anyone that views me as a sexy
If you think, hey, we got to shut this off before YouTube.
No, that's fine. It's fine in the background.
Okay.
You just
Is it
can't
too loud?
No, it's fine.
I'm going to turn it down just a K here.
I can't even hear it in my headphones, honestly.
Oh, I got it.
You got it?
Oh,
dude.
Sounds really good.
Here's the thing. Big Tone. The Juice over here is going to give me dirty looks because he says that I'm too... Hey, man, this is not a game show. Don't be a game show
Bro, you're
guy.
humming the Johnny Carson theme. That
I love the Johnny Carson theme.
Look, there's got to be a host.
I'll
Right.
get the fucking song. I'll pay for it.
Listen, someone's got to kick it off. Someone's got to be the main guy, and then other people
I-
provide.
Did
You're
you
the main guy.
did you say you were in the nub yet? Did you introduce yourself as
did
the
I?
nub?
Did I screw up?
Said
I
you said you
apologize.
were-
Hey, everybody, it's Dyke Van Dyke, otherwise known as The Nub, with another exciting episode of Rubbing the Rhubarb. I have to tell you that the Divine Miss M absolutely does backflips to tell people that my podcast is Rubbing the Rhubarb. She fucking loves it. She absolutely loves it. And because people are like, "What? It just sounds dirty." And I'm like, "Well, it is."
Mission accomplished.
Wait,
exactly
so
correct.
backflips in a good way or in a shitty way?
No, dude, she's doing backflips in a good way because she just loves telling people that the name of the podcast is Rubbing the Rhubarb because it sounds gross, and it is.
By the way, this is the flagship show of my YouTube channel and of the podcast network.
Dude, what are you, Joe Biden? You're going to start taxing us now on our show because we're only a part of the syndicate?
No, if anything, I should tax myself for my private shows.
The Juice heads come out strong for this one.
Right. They do.
Like that.
Dude, how do we get the juice heads to come out for this one? Hey, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, coming up in the future, we're going to have a really cool guy come in from a local cigar place to talk to all us about cigars. We're all having cigars tonight. I'm having a delicious Arturo Fuente
Right.
that the Juice picked up last week. It's called the King Chateau Fuente. It's really terrific.
That's right.
Typically,
he was very doubtful in my cigar selection for his taste.
No.
But the thing is, the difference between me and him, I know what he likes and I get it.
Well,
And he knows what he likes and he gets something
and I get
he
it
doesn't.
wrong.
Right.
I get it wrong. Well, typically things that usually come in a metal tube, like cigars and vibrators, are not great at all.
Gerbil.
Right, gerbils.
Rod Stewart.
I think they
Is
come
that
in.
true?
They come in paper tubes.
I hope so.
They come in paper tubes. But this cigar is killer. By the way, I was watching this thing on TV about Goodfellas the other day. It was like the whole background story.
Yeah.
So they had all the people that started in it. They're doing a few snippets and talking about it. And they had that jackwagon Robert De Niro, who I love as an actor, hate as a person. But Paul Sorvino was on it. And he looks ancient.
Really?
I mean, he's 500 pounds of yesterday.
That's tough.
He is.
That's tough.
Look, he was a good-looking guy. He was great. I wouldn't have fucked with him as Paulie. He was tough. Now he's just like. Hope he's not going to listen to the podcast.
No, he's a fat old man.
He's not just a fat old guy who could probably still kick the shit out of me, but.
Isn't it safe to say De Niro's career kind of jumped the shark after Meet the Fuckers?
No, his career
That's safe
jumped
to
the
say.
shark
Or is that being generous?
when he played Baron von Sinister in the Rocky and Bullwinkle movie.
I didn't even know he was in that.
Yeah, he was
Like
in
the
the
animated
Rocky
film?
No, it was the live action.
But it was like 3D. Like,
Right.
Yeah, okay.
I missed that.
Right. Maybe
it wasn't like people in a costume.
Maybe that wasn't the villain's name. I can't remember now. But he absolutely starred in that. And after that, I was like, wow, this is the same fucking guy. If you watch Taxi Driver,
amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know what psycho ward he went to, but he looked insane in that movie.
So
such a great actor.
So you mean a 70-something-year-old man trying to play a 30-year-old with some kind of fucked up digital?
What do you mean? You talk about The Irishman now?
It's awful.
Oh, that
awful
movie.
Good or awful bad?
Awful bad. I'm sorry.
How many sittings did it take you to
cannot
watch
tell
that
me-
movie?
I don't know, 7?
Yeah.
You can't
Way
tell
too
me
long.
that you couldn't find a 30-year-old actor who could have done a better job than that.
Well,
I'm
bro,
sorry. I know that's the crew, him and
yeah,
Pesci, and Pesci was great in that movie.
Well, I'll challenge you with this then, if that's the case. Is when they did Goodfellas, what's his name? Who was the main character's name? Holy shit,
Henry Hill.
Ray Liotta.
Henry Hill. They didn't use Ray Liotta as the 12-year-old. They used some kid, right?
Well, that's
So-
only because the technology wasn't available.
No, but
Henry, you look like a gangster.
Hendry. Why did he call him Hendry in that movie?
I'll tell you
Hendry.
what, good friend of mine, nephew, his name is Henry. It's not Henry.
It's Hendry.
Everyone calls him
Hey.
Henry.
I was gonna.
Hendry.
Everybody. I call him. I go, I say, how's Henry doing? Everybody.
Yeah.
Everyone calls him Henry. His grandparents call him
Hendry.
Hendry. Everybody.
I don't even. How do you get that, Hendry?
I don't know.
So in the movie, one interesting thing that Paul Sorvino said was, when they were filming the movie, the guy who played Henry Hill, the young kid, I don't know the actor's name, he said that Pesci was really, really super nice. Everybody was really nice to him. And they kept saying, where's the kid? Where's the kid? Where's the kid? Hey, where's the kid? He's a good kid. I like that kid. He really knows his stuff. He's a good kid. We like that kid. And when Paul Sorvino introduces young Henry Hill to Robert De Niro, he says, this is the kid Henry. And that was an ad-lib line because he's, constantly hearing the kid. He says, hey, this is the kid Henry.
Yeah.
Which was a great
Great line.
fucking line. Great fucking line.
Great line.
I mean, if you're into that kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, great. Well, I have a personal stake in Goodfellas. As most of you know, I'm from Union, New Jersey. Ray Liotta.
Wait, hold on. What's that guy
Is he
do
like a
right
god
Ray
in Union?
Liotta's from Union, New Jersey.
there? Yeah, gotcha.
So is your boy fucking
Artie
Arliss.
Lang. Artie Lang.
And Arlene Lang.
Artie Lang.
Artie Lang, that fucking
Yes.
gigantic Goodyear
Yes.
blimp.
He was a
of comedian.
longshoreman for a little while.
Yeah.
He tried to kill himself.
Yeah.
With drugs?
Yeah, he snorted his nose septum completely off his body. Yeah. The poor guys. Looks like a disaster area.
I will tell you that
He was probably in rehab with your brother.
I was going to say that me and the Juice, we actually know a couple of people that we're related to that went down that rotten road of deviated septums and cocaine.
Don't we all?
it
Unfortunately.
is what it is.
Unfortunately.
Don't be afraid of the dead air. Don't try to fill it in.
Listen.
Don't let it happen naturally. Hey, I'm going to turn around and take a quick look at the bulletin board.
Yeah.
We have a couple of subjects that we wanted to cover off. Do we want to talk about why we played George Michael and the Monkey?
Absolutely. Yeah. Is this podcast going to air before Halloween? I'm assuming it will.
Yeah, but anybody's not going to listen to it. Seven
Well,
people will listen to
Well,
it.
everyone that's going to be at the
4
party
of them will be
to
my
it.
wife. Oh, you think so?
We'll
Well,
play it
don't
at
spoil
the
it.
party.
Okay.
Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. But we
Okay.
do like George.
Big fan.
Why are all straight guys such big fans of George Michael?
I don't know. Listen, I'm sorry. Well, here's why.
We just want to believe it's
Well,
not true.
Well, this is mine. So, did you guys see Bleed for this? The story, the movie with Miles Teller about Vinny
Dude.
Pazienza.
Dude, that is probably one of the most underrated, I won't even call it a movie,
Okay.
films I have ever seen.
What's the difference between a film and a movie?
About an
asshole.
extra $1.
An asshole. That's what's.
What do you mean, one more asshole in the sea?
No, because how pretentious is the word film?
I guess I'm pretty pretentious.
Yeah, for guys like us, it's a fucking movie. But
All right, so go ahead.
douchebag,
I
it's
got to
a
hear
film.
that. Wait, hold on. Are you going to tie George Michael into this somehow?
Yes. So there's the scene after Vinny Pazienza wins the title for the first time. He's with his dad and his trainer and all these guys. So after he wins the title, he goes to a strip club, and he's throwing money in the air, and everyone's dancing, and they're having the time of their lives. And playing in the background is "Monkey" by George Michael. I'm like, this is awesome. I don't know. I just like the whole scene is great. The song is
It was
great. The scene
real.
is great. Yes,
It was
I
real.
don't know if it's real, but
No,
it's
no.
in the movie. But you could see it happening.
It's not a stretch.
No, we've all been in strip club. You could see that happening.
I've never been to a strip club. I've never actually.
Listen, the juice heads need the truth. No,
Right, but no, it wasn't like watching a movie. It was like opening up a fucking window and
Yeah.
looking out the window.
It was like you were sitting, like on the other side of the stage, watching it happen.
You know,
It's
Juice is
great.
gonna break my cock right now because look, you grew up in Union, you get it. I grew up in Newark, and he's gonna say you didn't grow up in Newark. You left when you were 18. I don't know. I think that's pretty much growing up.
When did I ever fucking say that?
I don't know if you actually said
I
it,
say
but
that about Greg all
I
the
don't know.
time because he was in the womb.
I don't know if I'm gonna if I
He was in the womb, then he takes credit for fucking growing up there.
I don't know if I'm gonna actually ever admit that you never said it, but I love to ride it. But
Now, home runs are great. Chicks dig the long ball. We all saw the commercial. We all thought the '98 season brought Major League Baseball back from the strike with Sosa and McGuire. We all agree with that. Okay.
yeah.
But in the new Major League Baseball, where guys are compensated for striking out 200 times but hitting 45 homers, that's not appealing to fans. That might work in some metric that some of these guys are putting together in a back office somewhere at one of these offices. But fans don't. I don't care. I don't want to watch that. And I'm not an old guy. I'm in my 30s. I don't want to watch that. So I think that's the direction that most of baseball's going. It's not working.
When I used to go to Yankee Stadium, once in a while I would go by myself to watch a game, right? And because my big problem is when I go to Yankee Stadium with people, they do this weird thing when you're watching the game, they fucking talk. And I like to sit there quietly, and I don't want to be rude, right? So I wind up talking. Well, typically, a lot of times I go to baseball games, and I'll have people I have to entertain. But once in a while, I'll go to a game all by myself, it's the best thing in the world, because I really don't want to talk to anybody. I want to. It's just weird when I say this. Does this sound strange? I want to watch the fucking game, right?
Yeah.
And one of the things that I noticed. There's a lot of people out there, men, women, boys, girls, with their scorebooks out. And they're tracking everything, writing it all down, putting the scores in, and they have, I'm talking about the book for the whole season,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And,
Make sure you're talking into the mic, bro.
Sorry. And they're enjoying that, right? I think those are the people you're going to lose. Right, because you're taking away the gut, taking away the strategy. Everybody wants a home run. If it's going to be a game based on home runs, based on, like you said, yeah, I don't give a shit how many times you strike. Yeah, just give me my 50 home runs, right? Because they're swinging for the fences every single time, right or wrong.
Right. Well, there's also an issue of just attention span, right? I mean, the attention spans in 2020 is not what it was in the 90s.
No.
So, I mean, you have these kids sitting at games. I think going to a baseball game is the single most boring thing you can actually do.
Really? I love it. See, I can't watch it on TV, but I love to go to a game.
If I've told you how many times I've fallen asleep at Major League Stadium.
Really?
I played college baseball. Like, I played baseball and loved the game for a long time. I cannot go to a stadium and watch it.
Really?
It's exhausting. Yes. And now, not only do you have an attention span issue, you have innings at a time where people don't put the ball in play. I mean, if you look at the Yankees strikeout numbers against good pitching, they're astronomical. I mean, I think there was a game, I don't know the exact numbers. I have to go back and look. But they, the first, I don't know, 15 outs, they struck out 11 times. That's an unwatchable brand of baseball. And that doesn't happen every game, but that's closer to the norm than it should be. I mean, these teams just don't have guys that are putting the ball in play. I mean, you can live with a team where everyone's hitting in the 200s. But the Yankees had several guys. I think at one point they started 6 or 7 guys who were hitting under 200. I mean, who's watching that brand of baseball?
Well, dude, that's what they're being told to do.
Well, right.
I want a home run. Just get up there, give me a home run.
Well,
home run.
I knew everything I had to know when they told Mark Teixeira not to start hitting against the shift. We pay you to hit the ball out of the park. We don't pay you to get singles.
Wait, is that true?
I don't know about verbatim, but
Right, no.
I'm pretty sure that's true.
You would know.
They would statistically stack guys, and also the shift in baseball sucks. I get why they do it, but it sucks. I mean, you got things that are supposed to be base hits, traditionally base hits.
Yeah.
And now they're double plays. They're ground balls in the right center field for outs. It's not appealing to watch. So if the commissioner's serious about getting back the younger generation, the kids with the shortest attention span, it's happened to me over the last 10 years. My attention span has gotten significantly shorter. I mean, I'll flip in between plays in football games. I mean, and watch movies. Like I can't, if I'm not watching Red Zone, I can't watch an entire 3-hour football game.
How many leagues are you in?
2.
Oh, that's it?
Fantasy?
Yeah.
2. Yeah, that's it.
You
I
seem
won't
like
do
you're
any
in
more
more.
than that.
Yeah.
No.
But they must count, though, because you got excited.
There's a little cash on the line. Yeah. Sure.
Dude, did we burn our first half hour already?
I extended it by 10 minutes because
Okay.
Wow.
I didn't want to get in the way of the flow.
Because I won't shut up. Is that why?
No, it's interesting.
This is
dude.
the we'll make this the baseball episode.
Yeah, I just don't think baseball's in a good place from a style of play and from just the way they're approaching the game from a management and an organizational level. I just think they're in bad shape. But they think they're smarter than we are. They think
Well, they are smarter than we are.
no, are they?
I'm being facetious.
They think we're idiots.
They're entertainers, of course. They're
They think
smarter than.
That's the point.
right. But
That's the
but
point.
they think we don't get it.
I don't think they care.
That's also true.
I think that they think that they're so smart. I know what the people. You know what people want? They want home runs all the time. Didn't you see Sosa, McGuire? Didn't you see how much attention we got for that? I don't know. I think you had some pretty great series before that too, right?
Yeah, but now that's destroyed.
Right.
That's completely destroyed, and for a couple of reasons. A, they were chasing this hallowed record, this Babe Ruth record, Roger Maris record it was hallowed in baseball. It was legendary. Now it's been broken, not once, but twice, and eclipsed by Barry Bonds, who now owns, for however he got there, he owns the single-season home run record and the career record. So these records mean nothing.
With an asterisk?
Yeah, these records mean nothing anymore. Now that I mean, who cares? I mean, I still give some credence to hits and some of these other records, but like the power numbers, who gives a shit? Who cares? I mean, it's so overblown because of the steroid era. No one legitimizes these records anymore, and I think it would benefit from a better brand of baseball where guys, it's just more. You're more into it. They're putting balls in play. There's a little hit and run, a little stolen bases, this, that. I mean, I think they would benefit from going backwards a little bit, and they refuse to do it because they don't find any value, allegedly, in the bunt or hitting and running with a man in scoring position or moving a guy over or all these traditional things in baseball. They see no value in it, and it's horrible to watch. And Rob Manfred also doubles as the worst.
So let me ask you a
Commissioner
question.
of
Let me ask a question. Do you think that just like the whole Moneyball thing caught people by surprise, right? Because it was brand new, right? Do you think that there's a franchise out there that could catch the league by surprise by flipping it back?
Yeah, of course.
Get it?
Of course. Yeah. How about the New York Yankees? How about the New York Yankees? I am so tired of watching the Yankees operate as an organization like they're the Oakland A's. The Oakland A's did that because they had to. They had no other way.
Yes. Actually, that's a stellar point.
They have no other option. They have no money.
That's a stellar
They can't
point.
even spend international money the way some of these other teams do. They have no options.
Is that true? That I never knew that there's a different budget for international players than domestic.
I think every team gets a certain amount of international money.
Okay.
I don't know if it's different. I think every team.
Hold
has
on,
a certain
I got to
pool of
interrupt you. I
international-
want you to look at this fucking psycho, the CEO from Twitter, with the you can't see it. He has a nose ring in there, along with that fucking Jethro Bodine, fucking
Duck Dynasty over there.
Duck Dynasty, fucking Beverly Hillbillies, fucking disheveled.
Yeah.
That you know what that is? That is
That's the guy censoring your
the
content.
biggest fake. A fake out in the world, right? Hey, I'm just a regular guy, Look, I got a beard too. I wear a nose ring. I'm super cool. I'm really not trying to control your minds. I'm really not trying to own you. What this fucking meatball doesn't understand is this. It's called the phone company, fuckstick. You don't think somebody owned
That's
the
a
phone?
great word.
What?
Fuck stick.
You don't think somebody owned the phone company?
Isn't that from Bad Santa?
You know, you don't think you don't think that there was a monopoly around that. You don't think there was a guy who owned all the oil at one time?
Sure.
Rockefeller, Standard Oil, chopped it up. So he's acting like, well, it's my company, and you know, I got to tell you what. I'm sorry I pivoted away from baseball. We should have saved it for the next segment. Save this next.
Well, you want
segment.
to call this segment a day, and we'll pick it.
Let's
back
call
up.
this segment a day because I think there was so much delicious, juicy, round, firm, so fully packed around baseball. I thought it was wonderful. So let's call this the baseball episode.
And you want to?
Let's sign out.
Anything else?
Any
more points? Any more points?
Do away with the analytics. Come back with the bunting and the hit and run. No, I mean it's a bad brand of baseball. I think anyone who watches the game would agree that baseball needs to have a little self-analysis and realize it's not working.
All right, so before you end baseball, I have a question for you. If you get hit with the ball and you're not paying attention, do you deserve it?
In the dugout?
No, up in the stands.
Yes.
Love it.
110%.
All right, and for all you people, don't start writing in about the baby that got hit in the face or the woman who got hit in the face. If you're a guy or a little kid or whatever, and you're fucking around and you're throwing popcorn and you get beamed with the ball, should have been watching the fucking game.
If you this is gonna
What's next?
This is gonna sound callous. I don't mean it to, but
and we went from 7 to 2.
If you're gonna bring someone to the game who can't defend themselves, it's incumbent upon you as a parent to
protect your child.
Keep a heads up.
There's two things. There's a special place reserved in the heated spikes of hell for parents who bring their babies to a movie, their children to a movie, especially when it's like, at night, 10 o'clock,
Are you
rated
referring to
R.
the Clifton Commons by any chance?
And for people who bring
Chili.
babies and 2-year-olds because it's cool to a baseball game, and then the kid gets whacked.
No, I can't do it. And,
Right?
and now, mind you, I think we'd all agree, there is nothing more awful than when a kid gets hit with a foul ball. I mean,
it's horrible. What kind of parent are you?
No, I mean, you see professional baseball players like
They cry.
melting down on the field.
Right.
It's horrible. Yes, but you have to, and it's not easy to pay
That's
attention for 3 hours.
I would call that the lowest of the low, the highest of the high.
That's low.
The pinnacle of going to a baseball game is when some chick takes her shirt off. I've seen that.
That's happened?
Didn't some chick?
It's like a thing.
Didn't some chick do that for Kavanaugh during the Kavanaugh hearings at a DC game?
She took her top off,
Like behind the pitcher cam,
and she was like, "Yeah, baby."
The whole thing?
like right behind the catcher.
Yeah, I've been
those
at a
seats.
Yankee game and I did this. What the fuck?
It was for Kavanaugh awareness
her-
because he raped all those girls in high school.
her bleeps were out.
Her booby bleeps were out, and she got thrown right out. And I'm like, you and everybody booed the shit out of those guys.
There's only
Leave
one
her
reaction.
alone.
Anyone who was like, "Yeah, get her out of here. We're not looking for you as a listener, so fuck off."
So, but real quick before we end this, I will tell you, I was with a friend. Let's call him a customer at a Yankee game, and this is how old I am. You could still smoke, and this was like
You're outside, so what's the big deal?
well.
That's what my dad used to say. What the fuck? We're outside.
Well, so he lights up a cigarette. They had changed the rule, and of course they came running down, and they said, "If you don't put that fucking cigarette out, you're getting kicked out." And I go, "You do know they're smoking crack right out fucking side, right,
There's-
genius?"
The bleacher creatures are all getting high up there.
Right.
Have you been to Yankee Stadium?
Right, and the guy was like,
Are you new here?
"You're going too," and I'm like, "Fuck it." So we all get to go then.
I'll go smoke crack too.
All
Fuck
right,
it.
last story.
We
One
got time.
of my favorite things about going to Yankee Stadium is this. This is going to sound super childish. Don't care. Fuck you. Go to Yankee Stadium, and my favorite thing is to get one of those giant barrels of popcorn
Okay.
and a beer.
Okay.
And I like to eat my fucking popcorn for like 10 innings and just
Yeah.
I just
Yeah. The
Is that
game's over,
okay?
they're like, "Sir, you have to go."
right.
You're
I
like,
said,
I'm almost done.
right.
So you gotta go.
That's exactly right.
I'm almost done.
And I'm like, but that's my thing, right? So I go to a Yankee game, And they're like, oh, we shut down these 2 popcorn. You got to go all the way around to, like ass fuck Virginia. So I get my barrel of popcorn. I come back. It's now like the 3rd inning. I shit you not. I sit down and some fucking misanthrope next to me, like for no reason, turns like really quickly because he thought he heard his friends or something, and bounces the entire box out of my hand. Like it's up in the air. You could see all the kernels against the fucking skylight. I'm like, it's the only time in Yankee Stadium I almost got arrested for fucking murder. I'm like, you fucking dick.
Fair.
What the fuck? I know it sounds kind of
No, that's
childish.
Somebody
But
broke your shit.
hey, listen, we're gonna. Oh, you got one more before we tee it up?
I don't know if anyone's more insane than the people who actually sit there and shell peanuts during a baseball game. That's all I got.
Well, hold on. Wait, is that?
Yeah.
Because I do that too. Is that bad?
That's nuts.
Why?
Why are you working to get your food at a baseball game?
Dude, wait, are we going to fight about this? Because
Yeah.
I bet you're the kind of guy who loves to go to like the crab shack and eat crabs
That's
like a
different.
fucking cat. Oh!
Different.
Oh my God!
Different.
You're going to sit there with a fucking hammer
Well, I don't like crabs.
and eat
I don't wanna
and
work.
eat sea bugs.
I don't want to work.
Sea
and,
bugs.
and you're like, oh.
No. Oh, crabs. Well, okay.
Oh, crabs are different.
No, not different. I lied. Crabs suck too. That's a lot of work for
Right.
not a lot of reward.
I feel like people. I'm like, what are you, a fucking cat?
if
What are you fucking
listen,
doing
if
over
you're
there?
cracking like Alaskan king crab,
Oh, that's all right. those are
fine,
different.
okay, like that's a meal. But if you're cracking these lobsters the whole fucking time, you look insane. How much
Dude,
meat
stop!
are you
Don't
getting?
ever do that again. You give
How
me a little
much
bit of a
meat-
hard on. Don't ever do that. My dick moved when you did that. Don't ever do that again. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap up this session of rubbing the rhubarb, and we'll be back before you can say Jack Rabbit. So good night from the Nub, otherwise known as Dyke Van Dyke.
All right, guys, we're going to get the fuck out of here. We'll see you later.
Well, you're not gonna say sexy bitches?
Should I?
Do it on your show.
All right.
Big Tone.
Juice says we appreciate you.
Smash that subscribe button. Hit the like button. Find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Google Podcasts, and Stitcher. Peace out, sexy bitch.